Okay then, so over on Instagram I seen a picture of Waylon Wire scratching his name in the beach sand somewhere on the ocean on the east coast. I'm guessing it could have been in South Carolina. But that's only about, depending on which part of the ocean you're at, that's only 4 hours, 5 hours or so from me here. Longer possibly if there's more northward. So anyway, I suspect he's gonna come to visit. I don't know when. Could be any time. So I think what I'm gonna do is come down here and gas up the rat rod and the Studebaker. Now the Studebaker is, well, both of them. Let's see. I'm trying to think. We drove the rat rod and the Studebaker over to Iowa the other day. Bill drove one. I drove one. And they was both full before then. So well, let's just take a look down in the recesses. I'm looking down in the recesses, and you are too, and I can't see nothing in there because I can't see nothing in there. And I could light a match. I could light a match and stick it down in there to make some light. I'm not sure if I want to do that. So what I might do instead is put this little stick in there and put my finger right there. That's the top of it. Now that's how much gas is in it. So you see where that mark is from there to my finger. It's got a pretty good bit of gas in it. Now the rat rod is more complicated. I'll top that one off. On the rat rod, the gas tank is kind of up under the back of here. I think I might have had a hole in here at one time for a gas tank filler, but now to get to it, you have to get in up under there. And it is possible to get in up under there. See if I can make this here camera holder thing work. Hold the camera while I reach over in there and have a look. I put it right there. Hold your breath. See if that works. Now on this one I got a stick in here. Let's see. There's my gas tank stick right there. I'll use that to figure out how much gas I got. I buy non-ethanol gas to run in my cars, my lawnmowers, my boats. I don't like to run ethanol in my good cars. So from the top down, this one here has that much gas. So there's the line right there. And that's where my finger would be. So, you know, I doubt if this car uses much gas. This car has like a 57 Ford. I don't know if they called them Galaxies or Fairlanes back then. Probably Fairlane. But a 57 Ford's, you know, like a sedan, 4-door, 2-door. That would have had about a 256 gear in it, I'm guessing, which is an awful lot of high gear. I'm not a big fan of running super low gears like everybody's all, oh, get yourself 411. Well, actually, Bill said that to me the other day. I'd like to change it. If I had that, I'd change it and I'd put a 411 in it. Well, all a 411 is going to do is make your tires turn at a higher rate to get some low-end traction. Like if you're drag racing, you're running the 411 rear end, that's fine. But if you're driving on the interstate, and you're running the 411, your RPMs are going to be so high that you get up to 60 miles an hour and your motor's just whining like a little top. I mean, you don't want that for driving on the road. And a lot of people think, well, I've heard them numbers. People talk putting a 411 rear end in it. I think a Beach Boys song said it's got a competition clutch and a 4 in the floor and it furred like a kitten with lake pipes roar. Well, somewhere in that song there's a 411 in there. Anyway. But that don't necessarily mean it's the right rear end for everybody, and it's not the right rear end for me. Now this one, I believe, has got probably like a 256. This one here is a positive traction Camaro rear end, and I bet it's about a 370. However, this one has a 4-speed automatic, which has an automatic overdrive, which is an extra 5 gear. This one has a 5-speed straight shift, that's a T5, which has a built-in overdrive. So both of these gets pretty good mileage, and the motor doesn't over rev when you're going down the road. And as far as burning the tires on either one of them, I can burn the tires all day long on either one of them. I don't need no lower gear. So anyway, I just got into a whole explanation of gears that y'all, well, I started to say y'all didn't need, but some of y'all might have needed it, because some of y'all don't know. And you know, like there's people out there in the world that don't know about rear ends and gear ratios and such as that, you know, and it don't hurt to tell them, you know. It's explain some things, because let's face it, nowadays, you know, if you've got a Nissan with a set of park pipes on it, and you got them little purple lights up under it, you got it lowered down so the wheels squat out and look funny. The phrase 411 rear end don't mean a thing to you, because you don't know what that is, and you don't understand the concept. And like when I was a little kid, we knew all about that 4-speed 411 positive traction GTO. That's where it was in a song, yeah. It's got a 4-speed. Anyway, yeah, that's in that song. That's in that song, which is also a Beach Boys song. But like I say, that don't mean nothing to young kids. This is all old man talk here. Anyway, I want to put a little more gas in this one. I don't want to top it off too much, because this one will, if I overfill it, it'll spin out the vent tube. But put some gas in it. There's my pumper. I tell you what, these little handy dandy battery operated gas pumpers are just the coolest thing. Now this particular can, the hole is too small for that to fit down into, and I've done broke a couple of these because of cans like this. It will go in there, but I have to be careful and patient so I don't wind up ripping the tip off. Actually, the tip of one of these pumps is down inside this can, and I can't get it out. Well, that's a whole nother thing right there. Anyway, see, this thing just pumps the gas right in there, see? Now, if I had my flashlight, I could watch and see how much gas I got going in there. And I just happen to have a flashlight sitting right over here. Here it is, right here. Right here in my hot little hand, as my dad used to say. There we go. Yeah, see, I can see how much gas I got in there. Now the rat rod is a little harder to see down into. But this one here, see, when it gets up to about the tip of that, I'll stop. That'll be enough. I could sing for you while we wait for that to fill up. I could do a little Amazing Grace. Amazing Grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I once was lost, but now I'm found. I was blind, but now I see. It was grace that taught my heart to fear. That thing quit already? Maybe I gotta change the angle. There we go. There we go. And grace my fears relieve. How precious did that grace appear the hour I first believed. bright shining as the sun. Oh, we've no less days to sing God's praise than when we first begun. I have to be careful about pulling this out of here because, like I say, I don't want to break another one. I don't like its skin very much, but I can get by with it as long as I'm careful with it. See, this part right here snapped on one of these the other day. That still works. Okay, that takes care of this in here. I doubt if I really needed to put more gas in this, because I doubt if he's going to run all the way to who knows where. But he might. He just might. You know, he done drove across the whole dang country, so a man with that kind of insight just never know where he's liable to come up with. So yeah. I'm just going to leave this one as it is. I think it's okay. Now I'm supposing they'll both crank up. I hadn't put the battery charger on this rat rod lately. But I probably shouldn't need it. I think we just went to the showing it the other day. But, oh, just for good measure, let's jump over here and make sure I didn't leave lights on or something. Make sure we can fire her up. Yes, sir. Alright, again, that was good. Let's the Studebaker always cranks right up. She got a good battery. The battery in the rat rod's a little older than the one in Studebaker, so not a bad idea to check it. If I'm expecting a big day, you know, check it out, make sure it's gonna start. Oh, the joy. Yes, he's good. Alrighty. I put some of this rubberized sticky stuff up in here. Me and Bill was going to a car show a while back and it was leaking up here. I figured out later that the top might have actually been open, but you know, it was raining, it was leaking, I was in a hurry to get going. I didn't want to leave it home, so I grabbed some of this Sealsol or whatever they call that, stuck it up there, and it don't stick to rust apparently because it fell out. So anyway, I thought I'd go ahead and yank that out. We'll get rid of that. We'll get rid of that so I don't be in the way. So I guess what did I do? Take that key out? I'll never do that. I guess I ought to go rest up because who knows what kind of shenanigans old 63 Impala's liable to want to get into. And you know, he's younger than I am. He spends his time out walking around slinging a chainsaw out in fruit orchards up in Washington State. I'll be hard pressed to keep up with him, I'm pretty sure. So maybe I'll go take a nap and wait on him. Wait on him to show up, make sure I got enough energy to to keep up with him once he gets here. So I'll stop this now and I'll go back up the house there, and I got some videos to make because we went to the, where did we go? Somewhere in the Carolinas. Charleston, and back. So I'll go rest up, make videos, stuff like that. Look at the sun coming up there. Isn't that pretty? Oh, what a lucky man I am. I'm just saying. God's good to me every day, whether I like it or not. See y'all.